Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog Fantasy Pick'em plays for Monday, June 9th. It's the 6th month, June 9th, 2025. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, send the promo code DailyDog. That's DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. Use that promo code. That's DailyDog, one word. Get a 50% deposit match bonus with up to $1,000. Literally the best promo code you will find out there. So I got to say, sorry, my voice is going a little bit. I was out of town this weekend at a bachelor party, loud places, lots of loud talking. And now I'm sitting here with a crackly voice. Sounds like I've been smoking a pack of Marlboro Reds a day for the last 10 years. So sorry about that. And also sorry the show's out a little bit late today. Just had to readjust to the time zone and had to catch up on some sleep. I will say that. But that doesn't mean we don't have winners today. We got about an hour to get some of these things in. So let's lock in and get these. And tomorrow we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming. So MLB entry number 1, we're going to go with Jose Ramirez, higher than 0.5 RBIs against Wade Miley and the Reds. Battle for Ohio. I think that Wade Miley is not that great. I think that Miley is going to be in some trouble here. He's not played too many innings. I think he's only played 2 innings so far this year. Ramirez, professional hitter, going to find a way to get the ball over some guys' heads. I feel like he's going to have Stephen Kwan on. I think he's going to be able to drive someone in during this game. Gets a home run, he can do it himself. So let's get Jose Ramirez higher than 0.5 RBIs. Next up, we're going with Brandon Lowe, higher than 1.5 total bases against the Red Sox. Honestly, Brian Bayo has kind of hit a wall here. He's not been as dominant as he was at the start of the season. When he honestly, he was making a case for like Cy Young lists early on in the year, but it's not been quite as dominant lately. And I really do like Brandon Lowe's ability to knock in extra base hits. So give me Brandon Lowe higher than 1.5 total bases. And I also think that there's a good shot that this guy could get it with 2 singles as well, because he's a pretty good hitter for average. Not like Luis Suarez by any means, but not bad at all. Brandon Lowe, on the year he's batting, 243, but he's again, it's the extra base hits that we like with this guy. So Jose Ramirez higher than 0.5 RBIs, Brandon Lowe higher than 1.5 total bases, 3.66x multiplier. Then we'll go to MLB entry number 2. I'm going to go with Nick Castellanos higher than 1.5 total bases. Righty against a lefty here. That's always a little bit of a boost, and Castellanos is projecting to do very well in this matchup for the Phillies on the road at home against the Cubs and Matthew Boyd. Again, I think Castellanos, will get a lot of the advanced sites I look for. Definitely give a boost to Castellanos today. Again, he's a guy that's kind of underrated as far as his ability to hit doubles. And again, he can hit home runs. He can get a couple singles. So there's lots of ways to get it home. Pairing that with Eugenio Suarez, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for the Diamondbacks as they face Emerson Hancock and the Mariners. Eugenio Suarez is a guy that is having a spectacular year as far as contact goes. Power's obviously been through the roof this season for him. And I just don't like Emerson Hancock all that much. His 5.19 ERA, I don't think is it could maybe improve a little bit, but I don't think at the end of the year, we're going to be looking at this guy at like a 3.5. I think that there's going to be lots of runs available here for the Diamondbacks. I like them in this game. So give me Castellanos higher than 1.5 total bases with Eugenio Suarez higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for 3.04x multiplier. MLB entry number 3, Oneil Cruz higher than 1.5 total bases for the Pirates as they take on the Marlins. Yuri Perez, making his first start of the year, has potential to be a dominant pitcher in this league, but guys in their first start back usually is a little rocky, and also how long will he even go in his first start back? I am not sure yet. So give me Oneil Cruz higher than 1.5 total bases. He is the bright spot on this Pirates offense. Their offense struggles, but Oneil Cruz is always a matchup nightmare for basically everybody. I'm going to pair that with another young player, Jackson Merrill, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for the Padres as they take on Dustin May and the Dodgers. Merrill is a young player, great player. Offensively, the D-backs maybe are well, I don't know, maybe offensively the Padres are not exactly the juggernauts that they once were. But again, I think that there's going to be a lot of base runners, a lot of traffic against Justin May. So I like Jackson Merrill here to get higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That paired with Oneil Cruz is a 2.96x multiplier. MLB entry number 4, we're going with a Red Sox, we're going with Jarren Duren at home, higher than 1.5 total bases against the Rays here against Shane Baz. I don't think Shane Baz is very good. I think obviously Jarren Duren is like built for hitting in this park, getting doubles, triples. So give me Jarren Duren higher than 0 or higher than 1.5 total bases in this game. Pairing it with Vladimir Guerrero, higher than 1.5 total bases against Andre Palante and the Cardinals. Again, I think that Vladdy is just an elite hitter, and I think that Palante is not as good as some of his results have been. So give me Vladdy and Jarren Duren, higher than 1.5 total bases for Duren, higher than 1.5 total bases for Vladdy, 3.33x multiplier. We will continue on to the National Hockey League. Let's get into some of these NHL entries tonight. Game 3, series tied 1-1 in the Stanley Cup. That's always an exciting time. I think we're going to stay 2-2 by the time we're out of Florida, personally. But NHL number 1, Leon Draisaitl, higher than 0.5 goals. You're getting an enhanced multiplier every single day. It doesn't really make sense. This guy is too good for that. So give me Leon Draisaitl higher than 0.5 goals. And then I'm take Brad Marchand higher than 0.5 points. I don't know why you're getting an enhanced multiplier with this. This guy is proven that he is ready to play some playoff hockey. He's done this. He's been there. He's done that. He's not worried about this moment. 3.55x if Draisaitl gets a goal and Marchand scores a point. So that's a goal or an assist. NHL entry number 2, Connor McDavid lower than 1.5 points. I've tried to play this once before. I'll try it one more time here. If it doesn't hit today, then I'll give up on this. But again, I think that the way that this is just a flat for under 1.5 points is kind of crazy. That's just really, really good value because, again, he can have a good game, get lots of shots, get an assist, or get a goal. And, you're not even talking about him underperforming. And he can still have a lower than 1.5 points. And then I'm going to take Sam Bennett higher than 0.5 goals. Bennett, good goal scorer for the Panthers, a guy that, doesn't have necessarily the biggest name, so to speak, on this Panthers team, but very, very consistent goal scorer. So 4.14x multiplier on that one with McDavid lower than 1.5 points, Sam Bennett higher than 0.5 goals. All right, one lotto entry for today. We are going to go with Leon Draisaitl higher than 1.5 points. So goal plus, that's what we need here for Leon Draisaitl. We're going to take Luis Ortiz higher than 2.5 earned runs allowed for the Guardians. I think Luis L. Ortiz is not very strong of a pitcher. That's how I'll put it. I think that he's going to be in some trouble here. They just got to leave him in the game long enough to get there, but he should go 5 innings. So I expect it to work out. Yusei Kikuchi higher than 6.5 strikeouts against the Athletics. We know the Athletics have some powerful hitters, but they also have some strikeouts in that lineup. Give me Yusei Kikuchi higher than 6.5 strikeouts. Guy has been actually playing very well this year, maybe going a little bit under the radar just because his record's not that good because he doesn't get much run support. But I do like Kikuchi higher than 6.5. Strikeouts, he has higher than 6.5 strikeouts. He had a 7 strikeout game versus the Dodgers earlier this year. This lineup is going to be one that will be swinging. So the last entry on this lotto is Mike Trout higher than 1.5 total bases. That's Kikuchi's teammate. This is a 17.52x multiplier or 10.51x, 2.38x. If you flex it, I recommend flexing it. If you listen to the show, I always recommend flexing the long shots. All right, I got 2 dong squads. One is chalky, one is not. The chalky dong squad is Shohei Ohtani higher than 0.5 home runs versus Pivetta. He's got 2 of him before. Brent Rooker higher than here, 0.5 home runs. Kikuchi, when he misses, the ball goes out of the yard, simply put. And then Jose Ramirez higher than 0.5 home runs against Wade Miley. 43.24x or 21.62x / 4.93x if it goes 2 out of 3 on that flex. Dong squad number 2, Manny Machado higher than 0.5 home runs. Again, he's hit homer off of May before. Ketel Marte higher than 0.5 home runs. Marte is always alive to go yard. When he connects, that ball gets out of the yard so quickly. And then Wilson Contreras higher than 0.5 home runs. 141.3x multiplier. But if you flex it, 70.65x if it goes 3 out of 3, 9.49x if it goes 2 out of 3. I got some tennis entries for overnight. We are in the grass season. Things get a little bit different here. If you're not familiar, the ball stays much closer to the court. This is going to be overnight / early morning on Tuesday, these matches that are taking place in Europe. But when the ball hits the grass, it stays low. It's easier to hit winners and get unreturned shots. So you got to look for the big power hitters on the grass surface. I'm going to go with Hubert Hurkacz, the biggest serve on the tour, lower than 0.5 sets, lost against Against Roberto Batista Agut, and then Adrian Manarino lower than 0.5 or higher than 0.5 sets lost. Adrian Manarino doesn't really win in straight sets. He doesn't really win that much anymore, no matter who his opponent is. That's a 2.4x multiplier. Number 2, Lerner Tien, higher than 23.5 games played. He's in a match where they're not the biggest hitters, him and Yoshita Nishioka. So this could play more like a normal hardcourt match. I think over 23.5 games played. Otto Virtanen, lower than 0.5 sets lost against Thomas Martin Echeverry. Echeverry's not playing in good form right now, and Virtanen likes to play on these fast surfaces. 3.68x multiplier on that one. All right, that's all I got for you today. We'll be back on our regular schedule tomorrow. Thank you for listening, and good luck on your picks. Oh, yeah, and let's make some money.